I'm counting on you for all the pictures because I got there straight.
Thank you.
There goes baby.
Nice.
Starting to turn towards mama. Somebody said they saw mama and a cub. I'm gonna eat this tree.
Evidently.
Come on, call your
Yeah,
brat.
call your brat. Janet and I have hiked up to Huckleberry Lookout once before. Here you can see where the trail goes. It's right in that dip is where we're going to cross over to the other side of this range of hills here. It was pretty smoky up there, but the views were still really pretty. And there were plenty of wildflowers blooming too, which is always nice. Pretty. This pack train had just come down from the lookout where they were delivering supplies to the person that's doing the job up there. We didn't go all the way up to the lookout that day. We had seen quite a few hikers ahead of us, so we figured the lookout had plenty of company already. We did stop and have our lunch, and we did bring up some knitting with us, but it was way too windy to work on that, so I'll just show you what we brought. Janet caught this butterfly flying through right in front of the lookout. That was pretty cool. We did keep a good lookout for that mother bear and her cub on the way back, but we didn't see them again. And we didn't hear from any other hikers that saw them either, although we stopped and questioned people, but no one else seemed to have seen her this time. But it was pretty cool. I'm not doing anything. Completely innocent here. Not doing a thing. Taking pictures of these trees. As we hiked back, the views seemed to get better. I think that wind was moving some of the smoke out, which was nice. So the next thing Janet and I did was volunteer at the Bob Marshall Wilderness Foundation, which we have done before. This year we signed up for it was supposed to be a 5-day trip, turned into a 4-day. Here's the tool we use most of the time. It's called a Pulaski. And here's the work we were doing with it. This is one of our crew leaders. We were widening this trail, and that meant widening the trail by cutting down part of the hillside. Yeah, it was a lot of work. Here you can see before and after. We were also, one of our crew leaders showed us how to fill in when you find a fairly deep hole. You can't just throw dirt in it. And he showed us how to take care of that properly. We also added quite a few of these posts to the trail to try to keep the edge from falling off. It involved digging them in. It also involved hammering in this rebar that was really tall. It was all a lot of work. Yes, what else can I say?
Fair enough. This is more like building a piano. It's probably thin enough to not. Yeah. Still long.
See? Good time to move.
I'm stable now.
Janet bought me these beautiful gloves for this trip. As you can tell, I really like them. We camped out for this. Janet and I shared a tent. We stayed at this place called Challenge Cabin. It did have a propane stove, provided, a little indoor space once in a while. Nobody slept in it, but it did have a table and some useful things like that. It rents out during the winter. Janet and I brought up some knitting. We did have time after work for that. So that was really nice. There was a pretty little creek nearby, which was pretty. We carpooled to work most days because the cabin was where we camped at the cabin was situated quite a ways from the trailhead where we were working. So that was kind of fun to carpool with people to work. We also did they did some tree clearing. That's also really hard work.
Huzzah!
Well done. Woo.
That made it easier.
I don't think we're going to cut that one.
Nice.
You got another.
Is it we're switching to a little sock because then the weight is floppy and
Yeah. You want to use this one?
We had lunch breaks, and the foundation provides all the food for this trip. You just sign up and volunteer. There was some time to appreciate the beauty around us in the forest. Not a lot, but there was enough. It was fun to meet the other volunteers and get to know them and our crew leaders. It always feels good to give back, and I know both Janet and I enjoy doing that. So it was a good trip. So on August 19th, I met up with an internet friend that someone I met on Instagram. We were in a little crafty exchange together, and that's how we got to know each other. And so she and her husband were coming up here, and I offered to go on a hike with her, and it was really, really fun. This is Carol, and we hiked up to the Hidden Lake Overlook. And since she was into it, we went a little further and went and did the Dragon's Tail, part of the Dragon's Tail hike that Janet and I and my daughter Vanessa and I have done together. It was really fun showing her around Glacier a little bit. I really enjoyed meeting up with her and her husband. Sometimes the internet really comes through for you, doesn't it? Carol is mostly a quilter, and she showed me one of the quilts she made based on a lot of national parks. I thought this was just gorgeous. It was stunning. It was so beautiful. It looks like an heirloom quilt to me for sure. She does do some knitting, but quilting is her thing. It was really fun to meet her and her husband and their two dogs. I really enjoyed that, and I hope we get to meet again sometime.
It's going.
Okay, Janet and I are up at, we've hiked up to Birch Lake today in the Jewel Basin hiking area. It's really pretty. That's Birch Lake behind me. We've been up here before. It's not a bad hike. It's like 6 mile round trip. We'll be doing a little extra today, but it's really pretty. I hauled up some knitting stuff to show you. I got these done. These are the Key to My Heart socks by the Kitchen Sink Shop, loosely based on her pattern. The yarn is Teal Torch Knits Hot and Fun, and the heel toes and cuffs are Periwinkle Sheep Ultraviolet. I like them. I'm glad they're finished. Okay, oh yeah, this little guy. I finished my Woodland Owl pot holder. Well, it's a placemat. It's not a pot holder.
Or a very big pot.
It's not a big pot. is by Danielle Oliver Chauvet in Peaches and Cream, Black and Pastel Pink. Janet tells me it looks pretty decent.
The eyes.
I was a little concerned about the eyes when I looked at it after I finished it. I wasn't sure that it turned out so great, but she's telling me it looks good. There is quite the bind-off ordeal when you get to the end of it. You have to separate the pink, and you've got the pink and the black stitches all on one needle. You have to separate those off of that needle onto 2 other separate needles. So you need a lot of needles to finish it up. Then you knit across the pink ones, and then you come back over here and you Kitchener stitch all the way across. So yeah, when I get to the end of one of these projects, sometimes I'll set it aside until I feel prepared to do the bind off, because it is a bit, and it takes it takes about 3 different needles to do it, but it's done. I'm okay with it. The other thing got finished were these socks. This is the Wisdom Yarn Picks in Tiger Lily, 104 Tiger Lily. I really like these socks, although they won't be for me. I made these for a present. And I really like this yarn. I was impressed with how few repeats you got. Here and here you see that twice. That's pretty surprising to me. I really like the way these turned out. I did not try to make them to match because I don't care about that so much. They look like they started out matching up here, and then they matched pretty good. This one and down here didn't match any longer, but I wasn't trying to. I don't care. My socks don't have to match, and my socks for other people don't have to match. The other thing I got done with these guys. Oh, these Fruit Loop gloves by Natasha Sills. The yarn is Threads by Megan Nicole in Glacial Sparkle. And I really like them. I will stick in a picture of the pattern because when you get up to the little finger, you end up knitting, I think it is 4 more rows before you start these other 3 fingers. Because you look at your hand and that little finger is lower.
Yep.
Yeah, so it makes sense. So you do the little finger and then you knit about 4 more rows, and then you do these 3, and then you come back and pick up the thumb. And like I say, they are a little fiddly, but man, the end result, I really love them. I have given gloves of this pattern away for Christmas presents too. And they really hug your hand, and I really like them a lot. But these will be for me. I did get something started. I had to start a new project. I am using this notebook I got from Rebecca in Australia. She sent this a while back. I was down in my knitting room. I was going to say rutting around.
It's a little early for the rut.
It's not September yet, is
No.
it? Not quite ready for the rut. Rummaging around looking for stuff, and I found that, and I thought, I'm going to use that. And so I started these socks, and they are going to be collywobbles. So I'm going to do black for the heels, toes, and cuffs. Isn't that pretty yarn? I found that in my stash, believe it or not. I still do have stuff in my stash that's pretty. I don't always have to buy yarn, do I? This is from Zen Yarn Garden, Serenity. It's 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% nylon. That's why it's so soft, cashmere. Called Ember Carnival. No, she says it's one of a kind. So other than that, I don't know. I think I bought this at the Fiber Fest Eureka.
Oh,
I think I got
a couple
this
years
at Fiber
ago.
Fest Eureka. I'm guessing. Yeah, that's a guess. But I really like the colors. They I don't know. They're so pretty and bright, and they're also kind of fall looking. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I saw this and I thought, yeah, I'm going to knit that next into socks. These will be for me. I'm not doing the anatomically correct toe. I didn't even think about it, and so these will not have that, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm really gonna like those a lot. So that's what I got going on, and I wanted to show this. I brought them up in a knitting bag that my niece Eva gave me that I have been using to collect all these pins on. There's from Allie, You're a Little Drop of Wonderful pin, about from her. This is a Gigi button. This is a Yarn and I button. That's seen some wear and tear. Canada, that's got to be from Patty. This one is from Jan in Guernsey. Look at that. Don't you love it? I Heart Canada, it's got to be from Patty. Skein of Thrones. I don't know where I got all these. This is from Polbridge. I got that from Polbridge and stuck it on there. Little bear. Oh, Brave Dog Knits.
Oh, long gone.
Yeah, long gone. Like the little herding dog with some sheep. This one that's got uterus with yarn on there. And then the two sheeps, that was the latest one that I got that Tencel yarn from. They sent a button too. And while I was rummaging around downstairs, I found it and decided to put it on there. Ooh, this one's back fell off. I'm going to have to find it. That little llama's going to fall off. This one is a little globe of your unfinished pieces that are roaming around. I think that's it. But yeah, Eva gave me this bag a long time ago, and I really like it. It's been a cute little bag to have. I've enjoyed this. All right, I think we're gonna head back down. This is a good sized lake. We might just go feel the temperature and see what we think about sticking our feet in it. See if we think that's worth the bother.
Yeah, there's no wind on this side.
Yeah.
It's a little more comfortable.
It's been nice over here. Janet's working on
Socks.
And you're going to get a sweater going pretty soon.
Yep.
Another sweater.
Yep.
She still hasn't shown us her other sweater.
Winter's coming. Knit fast.
Winter is coming. It is. You can feel it. It was 35 degrees at our house this morning. You can feel it. All right. I'll show you guys some of this hike. But I just wanted to show you what I've gotten done and what I'm working on a little bit. And then I think that's it. We're going to finish our day off with some more hiking.
There's some, I thought I saw bear grass.
Oh.
But it's not. It's that thing that puts out a white bushy head.
I think these might be fringe grass of Parnassus. We knew one of these hills was Mount Aeneas. We couldn't decide which one it was. And then I happened to spot a couple of hikers coming down. And that helped us figure it out. Yep.
I wonder if maybe you can't see the lake because of this outcropping blocks your view.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think you can see the lake when you're up there.
No, I don't, because when we saw the pelicans, we said, what are they doing up here? There's
Yep.
no water.
Yep. That's right. That's crazy.